Why, look who's here! Happy Friday, everyone! It's amazing. Uh, we made it, survived another week. There is a lot of people here. Thank you so much. I think I've seen raids from Gina. Really appreciate that. Let's see who's all here. Gracie and Jacques Adventure. Hey, Gracie. Hope everything is doing well and your house is closing without a hitch. Sue and Henry, Key West, nice place to be. Love Florida. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, happy holidays. Paula, hope you're staying warm in Weyburn, Saskatchewan, and of course that's us. Nobody's asking the obvious question. Where's Tracy? Tracy's not here. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a sec. Look at that. Really creative travel. Hey guys, so happy that you're here and joining us. Oh, this is interesting. Here's Tara. Hi Tara. Sorry, I forgot your friend's name. My head was all over the place because I had so many things on the go. But Tara and her friends were stuck on a little side road going off to the beach. They kind of fell off the road a bit and they got stuck. So I'm driving by and I'm kind of looking and I'm kind of going by and says something doesn't look right. I better back up. And yeah, they were stuck. So had the tow rope and the hitch to tie the tow rope to and never used it. Had it since 2019 and actually was able to use it and get them out. So nice to see that you made it back okay. RV Grandma, hello Charlotte. Hope everything is doing just awesome in your neck of the woods. Hope sorry you can't stay, but thank you so much for popping in. And Crafty Traveler new here. Well, that's awesome. Well, any friend of Gina's is a friend of ours. How's that? Welcome. We're so happy you could make it. Just trying to get through. There you go. See, somebody's guess she didn't want to leave the cold up north. Yeah, kind of that. Yeah, it's always nice to have gear that you always feel bad that you always wonder, did you buy gear for nothing and you're just carrying it around for all this time? But happy to help. Let's see, I'm just with Gina. Yeah, Van Life with Gina raid. Thank you, Elizabeth. Awesome. Well, welcome. Tracy's not here today. We'll get to that in a sec. Usually she does a lot of the talking while I do the clicking, so I have to do everything today. So I'm going to see how good I am, how my multitasking skills are. Oh, can't main this guy. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Gina, thank you. Nice to see you. And thank you so much for rating us. We really appreciate that. I'm flying solo tonight, so it's really nice to see you guys. I'm so happy you made it. And our Friday night formats have kind of really dropped into, into a predetermined format. All I do is I download the pictures that I took for the week, and I also then put a second screen on my phone and I walk the property and show you guys what we've done this week. So hopefully you like that and stick around for that. Oh, hey, let's not forget to hit the like. Thank you so much, Crystal. Crystal La Gringa. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Okay, it's Crystal. Got it. So is that Crystal? Oh, I missed somebody here. Oh, I missed a whole bunch. Hang on. Okay. Elizabeth, Lily Lou, B Bear. I hadn't seen you. Okay, I guess I must have missed it. Hello, welcome. I like it, Crystal and Lagringa. I love it. First time here for me. That is awesome. Usually I'm flying solo tonight, but Tracy is back in Regina, Saskatchewan tonight. Unfortunately, Tracy's mom passed 3 weeks ago, and tonight she flew back last Saturday back to Canada, and tonight is the celebration of life. So she's not available, not even remotely. So that is that is something that's regrettable, but you know, it's part of the cycle of life. So I'll keep the torch going tonight. I'll keep it going. I will try to keep the energy up for an hour, and then after an hour, I'll die. Okay, so yes, I miss Tracy too. I missed her all week. It was really weird dropping her off at the airport. Tracy and I hardly ever spend time apart, in you know in the last 23 years that we've been together. Um, let's see. Hi, Troy. Sue Bishops. There we go. Sue. Oh my God, I can't keep up with the chat. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Gina. Really appreciate the raid. Uh, welcome, Sue. Ramblin' Rocketeer. Wow, welcome. All these new people. Hopefully, hit the like, and you know, you might want to hit the subscribe and notification. We don't put that many videos out very much lately, but we go live every Friday night. That's all we do, is 1 hour live every Friday, and we get you caught up on what's happening. And if you don't know, Tracy and I are full-time in our HIPCAMP 1200 truck camper, and we move that around with a F450, and we travel between Regina, Saskatchewan and southern Baja. We are an hour and a half north of Cabo St. Lucas. We're 30 minutes down the beach road north of Todos, Santos. So that's what our story is, and we'll get you caught up what we're doing this week at the property. So it's RV life, and in the wintertime we kind of homestead, so we kind of go back and forth. Let's see, who do we have here? Crystal Rambling Rocketeer. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, Michelle, welcome again. Oh, 3 generations, something new. Oh, yes, it's really tough. Like, I lost both my parents. I lost my dad. My mom was the last one to go, and that's already like 5-7 years ago. So it's kind of weird. Something changes in life, you know, when your parents go. It's like now you're the elder in your family, so now you basically have to kind of stand up for everybody and be there for everybody, and challenge accepted. I really like that role. It's a really weird feeling, that transition, but it does. You do come out the other side, and there are rewards to it. I just want to make sure Crafty Travel, like, I'm not sure if I'm getting everybody here. Elizabeth, Lizzie Luke Creates, Sabrina. Oh, wait a minute. Sabrina. Hi, Sabrina. Welcome. Wow, the chat's going so fast, and I'm alone tonight. So how's the road trip to town? Oh, God. The road is so terrible. It's just, you know, it's like, I got to stop thinking about what it's doing to the truck and just go. Especially being a 450, the suspension is very stiff, so washboard is not comfortable. But I did do the road trip today. I'm going to let go of the chat, so I'll let you. Oh, there we go. 3 generations, yeah. So for 15 years, my dad 38. Wow. So yeah, so it's just different. You know, you've reached. Now, the other thing I've noticed this year too is that a lot of people our age, like my age and Tracy's age, we're starting to lose friends now. People in our own age group are starting to pass. So I remember my in-laws saying to me that the secret to longevity is seeing all your friends pass away and be the last one left of your age group. That's what they noticed. But okay, let's see. Let's share some screens here. Let's see. Add to stream. There we go. I'll see if I can try to keep up with the chat too. There's a lot to be done. So last Saturday, I went down and dropped Tracy off at the airport in San Jose del Cabo, and so she had a fairly early flight, like 12 something. So I was in Cabo by like 1 o'clock. And so I stopped at the Home Depot to get some screws and a hummingbird feeder. And then went to Walmart, and across from Walmart there's a car wash. So the big gray steed got a car wash. I got into the car wash while I did a little bit of supplies shopping. And of course, all the essentials are there, including the dog treats. Got to get the dog treats. And after that, I picked up our tools from our son's house, and our big blue propane tank right here. And I had brought our propane, one of our propane tanks, so it was also a propane refill day. And then got back to the land and started working. We had already delivered blocks and a second tank, and last Saturday night I stayed up late into the dark, and I started working on getting the second tank in here, building a base for that tank. So I had to start by leveling the ground, because there is a slight slope on the property, and got everything leveled off, and just different views, Instagram and regular view, portrait. So built these bases for the tanks, and trying to figure out how to get the best coverage with the least number of blocks, because I only had 35 blocks, and it turned out to be 9 blocks per tank. So that's 27 blocks. So I do have a few blocks left. So, and that's what it looks like. That was last Saturday. And so I was pretty proud of that. And then trying to keep busy. I mean, Tracy wasn't here, so the moon came up and I was still working. So I didn't edit any of these. You're seeing this raw. And basically that night too, I also tied in the new big propane tank. So now we have lots of propane. So we went from having cycling 20 pounds of propane, cycling that one tank and getting it filled, to now we have 80 pounds of propane that we can cycle. So it's really cool. So that night too, so this was the next morning, I had actually dug that trench, the trench that you see here, in the dark with my headlamp on. Because I wanted to get I only have the weekend to work on this project, so I wanted to get it done so I could get back to work on Monday. So what was going on here is that this line basically came out, went underground, through to get under the path, and then it came back above ground. So what I did is I dug a trench, and then I cut the pipe. And buried the line, because this might end up being a drive-through, and so needed to bury the line for future consideration. Because just before Tracy left, she cleared this whole area, this whole new area, for more capacity for camping friends to come and visit. We're going to have a cargo trailer that we're going to pull behind next year that we needed room for. Here, this was broken. This line was actually snapped right here. So I had to replumb this. So that was last weekend's run. Last Saturday, I got all this plumbing. So I got all that done on Sunday, last Sunday. And now you can see, well, I guess I only took one picture. Now you can see that the line is actually buried and backfilled. So that's all done. I'm sorry, I can't really look at the chat. But if you have like an important question, put QQQ in front of it, and it should stand out a little bit more in the chat. So remember those screws that I picked up at Home Depot? So we had a piece of palapa kind of roof cover left. So I actually screwed it to the post here, and this is a windbreak for the Blackstone grill, because when it gets windy, you just can't build any heat on it. So I permanently attached that windscreen, and now our cooking area is ready. So this was the view from the top of the camper last Sunday at the end. Actually, this was Sunday morning, and the rest of Sunday, there's all these stumps that were still left. Tracy got a lot of them done, but I started digging all these stumps out all over the place. And you'll see today, I took a picture today with it all clear. And that's the view north towards La Paz from our property. So what you're seeing here is the old chicken coop that we'll probably rebuild again this year, but it will move. So when I buried that pipe, it's so that we could drive in here and put another gate on this side here, on this fence line. So that's why I had to bury that pipe. This is an outdoor sink, and our shower is, I'm trying to put this, our shower is actually right there behind here. So after I dug up all the stumps, I finally got a fire going. Here, I think there's a better one there. I got a fire going to burn that brush. And by the end of Sunday, I was pooped. I was pretty much done. Oh, that's a friend I found today. Centipede. Just kind of came into the camper. It totally freaked me out. Like, where did you come from? I mean, I think centipedes have very sticky feet. So I think it was able to crawl up the side of the camper and crawl in underneath the slide and fit in that little gap in the bottom of the slide. Probably walked in upside down. So yeah, I was like, I didn't know what it was. Like, it freaked me out. My heartbeat was beating for 15, 20 minutes, and I had to get on a conference call. It's like, I was just like, oh my God. But see, I managed to get him out. I didn't kill him. I brought the shovel in because I didn't know what he was, because it was a little darker in the camper. But I didn't want to hurt him, so I brought him outside. I put the shovel down on the ground, and when I went back out, he was gone. So he found his way. Yes, good work, Tracy. She did. She did an awesome job clearing the property. Oops, wrong channel. We'll be right. Oh, I do that all the time too. Awesome. We'll see you back. So, Jarhead and Ginger, hello, welcome so much. Always happy to see you on our Friday night lives. QQQ. Okay, here we go. Did you run into Mr. Spider again? No, we have not seen him again. We did not. Oh, there you go. There you go. There is Lady Tracy going out to the celebration of life tonight. So she's just checking in on her phone. I knew she couldn't stay away. Okay, and remember to hit the like button. Okay, so let's get back to the pictures. Yeah, he was big. I've never seen a centipede that big. Or is that an earwig? I don't know. It looks like an earwig, but huge. Okay, so this is today's pictures. So I went into town today, picked up 2 more tanks. Yay! And I think we're going to hold at 4 tanks. So we'll have 3 on the ground, 1 on the tower, and we're going to use a transfer pump to pump from the ones on the ground into the tower. And then the pipe that goes underground feeds the shower. And there's also a hose takeoff that we can bring in a hose into the camper, and we can fill our sink, to do dishes and stuff. So we're not using our drinking water for that type of water consumption. So here's the 2 tanks on the ground on this side, and there's another one behind. You can barely see the black lid. I was trying to hold the camera as high as I could, but that's why I kind of went on the camper. I don't know if you can see that the other lid, the other tank that's back there. You can kind of see it better there, but there it is in the back. That's the tank on the back. So there you go. So you have the white one and 2 black ones here. Hopefully these tanks will warm up the water, because last year we had the tan colored tank and white piping, and the water did not get warm. And we did not have a propane heater in line, like hot water heater or anything. So we were taking military style showers outside with cold water. So yeah, we developed some resilience living out here. Hi everyone. Sandy Martin. Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm late out shopping. That's okay, Sandy. It's that season that shopping is important. And so this was taken just before the live, half an hour before the live. So this is the view from Oh, from the camper roof. So there you go. So if there's any questions on that, I'd be happy to answer them. So it's been a really busy week. I was really busy at work too. Because I'm now contract working hourly. Um, I did a lot of stuff for kind of year end to get things ready for the new year and put in some long days, some kind of 10, 11-hour days all week. Definitely in the 9 hours to build up because I don't get vacation pay when the when the when the office closes is between Christmas and New Year's. So I wanted to make sure my billing was up before we break next week, next Friday, and get some stuff and get a jump on getting a lot of things reset. Right, a lot of copyrights have to be changed to 23 and review all the templates and clean up all my templates basically and versions and just cleaning some loose ends so that we can start running. And I was so proud that I had this. All my workbooks have kind of user path where everybody's Dropbox, their path. But somebody showed me today how to do it with a wildcard, so I didn't have to have a table with all the users' path. I could just use a wildcard, and it basically just looks at the user's name right off their C drive, off their Windows, and I was able to program it. Now I don't have to manage like 6 different user tables anymore. So I was so happy. Today was an awesome day that way. Today was a good day at work, and I'm really looking forward to coasting into Christmas next week. So let's have a look at the chat. Linda Barker. Hi, Linda. Welcome. So what do you think? Should we go take a walkabout outside? The sunset kind of went pretty fast today. It was a little earlier, and it's a lot cloudier today. We've had a lot more cloud. So cheers, everyone. Having some mineral water, some bubbly mineral water. Can you drop the link properly? Can drop the link properly. Sorry, I don't know what that means, Gracie. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Maybe try saying it again a different way. I'm just going to bring the live stream on my phone here, and we'll get a second screen going. So how's everybody's week? If you're ready for Christmas, put a 1 in the chat. And if you're not, put a 0. There we go. Look. Here's the live stream. Okay. Should we go for a walkabout? Oh, about almost half and half are ready for Christmas. Okay. Let's go for a walkabout. Get some shoes on. Yeah, see, the sun's already set. It's setting earlier and earlier now, right? So we'll do that. There, sorry, the mic was off because I didn't want to get back in the So of course we have our sunset is right over there, and there's Todos Santos that way, and now us. So we leave the hood open to keep the mice out from finding a place to nest. And so we opened all this up in 2019 and moved on to the site in February this Playitas shape and built up this area that was so we put this in and kind of reinforced for the truck to be there. All right, guys. The rain head is not on it right now because when the water comes, I want to get all the. There's a lot of. I'm going to do a flush. Got all kinds of valves. So this is the shower. There's a takeoff here that I'm going to take off this and this up. This is the shower control valve, and so there's that pipe that I buried. So it was above ground like that, and it went underground here, and then it came back up over ground here. This is the part that I buried. So look at this. This is the stuff that Tracy packed me flat. There used to be all kinds of bushes here. Tracy did a little bit here just for privacy. You can see how, you know, a nice little Class C or a little trailer can easily kind of turn in here, right? We're gonna kind of move those rocks out of the way. That was just a quick, because the rocks used to come, so we still got to level this out. But and what I'm gonna do for Class C's is that wherever the spot here my tires are, I'm gonna dig just one area that you can back in and just get into that hole, and it'll level out here. It'll level out side to side and front to back. So instead of trying to level the whole area, I'm just going to do wheels and larger area in the front will build up so we can bring up the front so that when campers park here, they will be able to be level. RVs are bad, especially the fridges. When they run on propane, they like to be level, and if they're not level, it's a good situation. I'm sure you can't see it here, but there's a little bit of a slope, so up into the hills, and it goes down, down, down all the way to the ocean. So that's kind of why we have to do here. So I'm sorry I can't see the chat right now, so I'll go back to it though. Up here at the top of the hour. So this is the type of valve. This is the valve that didn't come with. They said it did. It did. This fitting. And this fitting came with it, but the valve in the middle didn't come with it. It was the hardware. But anyways, this is the pumping. This is a union so that I can unscrew this and take this apart. I can take this tank down before we go. So here's the tanks that I put in today that I went and picked up in town. So 2 black ones. This is the original tank that we had in 2020. And so I think 4 tanks, I think is going to be, that's 4 cubic meters of water. In our household, we would go through about that a month. We don't go through that much water here. We can serve a lot more. We don't have a washer and dryer. We don't have a dishwasher. So those 4 tanks might be able to last us for the winter. You know, we're leaving and enough that we one delivery we'll do it for the winter. Maybe a second one. I think this year we'll go through a lot of water. So all these paths here. So this is the chicken coop. We'd really like to get chicks again, but that would be fun. That's a fun project. So this sink basin Tracy built in 2020 from recycled pallets. We actually found this sink on the sidewalk in Cabo San Lucas. Somebody was getting rid of it. All the stuff that's salvaged. That's all salvage material. Maybe we bought. We put in these paths. So in 2020, we
and built the fire pit here. And this was supposed to be kind of the living. So the idea here is that we're going to build kind of a base and bring this up level, and then the structure go up over, maybe a second floor. Maybe this is the spot that the sunset hasn't happened. So it was going to be the living room and sightseeing deck, observation area. I was thinking of putting the house over there. This thing grew a second story and is blocking our view of the sunset, and the camper driveway is blocking our view. We are actually thinking of building that little house last week and just cistern, little 2-story, very narrow, and the bottom part and we put another gate there. Bring the actual house kind of more down here. But when I started really thinking about it last Saturday night, the best place. So this is lot 5. This is the edge of lot 5, right there. I don't know if you can see the white posts, but the edge of lot 5, and then this is lot 4. I was thinking just come off into the same gate into lot 4, go all the way down to the bottom, and put our house right down there so that we don't see that house, and we get a better unobstructed view down there. Because that side towards the ocean, but that's a reserve. That is like farmland, so it will never be subdivided. So, I think for this year, though, we're not going to. I think, but I'd like to. The fact that we changed our minds when we got here this year compared to what the original plan was, stops evolving. We don't want to cut down anything. So we left it pristine. We did not. This is the place. This is what it looked like. It was raw when we first. There was nothing there. So, but I was just thinking for having some. Sandy, I kind of like, so that's kind of the plan. But oh yeah. We could put a tie-in put another tie-in at that piece of pipe there. We could always provide water and level off the spot here. So the truck next year is going to be in that cargo trailer. It's going to literally be a utility trailer because our solar is a little bit limited. Not quite enough now that we have 3 computers and Starlink is consuming power, and so we need a little bit more. But more importantly is that we're also overweight in the truck, so we cannot like some e-bikes and thinking of a side-by-side or a Ranger, something that we can run to town with without having to take the truck down that washboard road all the time. And especially when we travel to town, we stay for a week. Well, we don't take the camper off the truck to go into town. It's nice to have some e-bikes and a Ranger or side-by-side, something that we can take down the streets or dirt roads to explore. So, quickly looking at this because of the way, and so what I'm thinking, cargo trailer will end up being here. The Ranger side-by-side will be parked over here, and that will still leave plenty of room here for guests. and we can have one unit there. This spot is electric. Build up the front, so this spot is there. And we will have a second spot. 2 friends visit at the same time next. No, I say by next month, by January, we'll be ready to go. So if anybody's coming down to Baja, you know, keep it safe and just enjoy the quietness. I mean, all you hear is birds, cows, and you don't even hear the goats. All you hear is the bells on the goat's neck. And depending on the wind, direction, and the surf, we don't hear the waves, but we hear bigger breakers. So the wind's coming this way, and the surf is pounding the beach, and then we can hear the bigger breakers crashing the beach. But besides that, there's nobody here. The people that are building up here, it's Carlos, it's Toronto, and they want to start spending time. A couple of houses there. That's Cheryl's place that she's been building over the years. But they're not here. This neighbor over here that built this house, they're not here. They're not here. There's nobody here. And the other closest neighbor is like, hey. And we can't hear them. And there's another neighbor way over there. We don't see them. We don't hear them. So it's awesome. We'll love it. Okay, let's kind of. I don't have a tripod. Can't leave the camera. I got nowhere to. So I'm gonna head back to the computer.
We're back. There we go. So hey, look, Linda Barker's been there the whole time. So see if there's any QQQs. Oh, there's some QQQs. Okay, hang on. RV Grandma, how do you secure the water tanks so someone doesn't steal it? Well, we don't. There's no way to do it. Surprisingly enough, the first one that we bought was still here. I considered it so low investment that I actually expected the tank to be gone. I was expecting everything to be stripped, and but it was here. It was still here. So no, we're just going to leave it. Like there's nobody comes here. There's only one road in and one road out, and you have to go through all these farms and private property, and people notice if somebody's not supposed to be here, they get noticed really, really fast. So far so good. I'm not too worried about it. Happy holidays, Sue. Linda Barker still here. Yeah, there you go. Linda, everything looks great. Gotta go. Okay, so Sue and Henry are gone. Okay, was there any other QQQs? Okay, I don't think so. Oh, Ivan K. Hello. Welcome. Sorry, I was kind of doing a walkabout, so I wasn't really looking at the chat. I don't know how far back I have to go, guys. So, Justin and Christina, welcome. Hi, guys. Vanma, Ruth, hey, hello, welcome. I was doing a walkabout, so I was away, and Tracy's not here tonight, so I'm flying solo, so I'm trying to get everything done. Okay, I think I'm back at the beginning. So that is about it. Maybe I went through it fairly quick, but okay. So what do you think? We're thinking just opening it up. I'd like to keep this property for RVing and thinking more long term. If we're going to build a house, build it on the other lot further down, away from this area where we're at now with the RV. So put a 2 in the chat if you think that you would seriously consider coming down Baja and spending some time down here. There are so many places to camp. It's not just here. I mean, you can camp all the way down. Actual campsites are cheap. They're like 10, 15 bucks a night, maybe 20 max. There's lots of places to camp on the beach for free or relatively free, maybe $5 a night. Oh, what would you do with the side-by-side when you leave? You mean you leave to go to town? We would just leave it here. I was thinking about that. I would probably disable it in 3 different ways: chain it, disable it, take out the battery, take the battery with me. Again, it's not mainland Mexico. It's not big city. You are in the middle of nowhere. I wouldn't leave it for days and days, but just to go to town and back, I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I am thinking in terms of how I can disable it and secure it. If we can sell our 5th wheel. Yeah, we've seen some people come down with 5th wheels. They came down with that. We actually did talk to somebody, met somebody halfway down Baja, Baja de Los Angeles. They had that Arctic Fox 27-5L, which is like, it's the only 5th wheel that Arctic Fox makes that even with the slides closed, you can still get to everything except the pantry. That's it. That's the only thing that's not accessible. So we were thinking, well, if we wanted to go anything bigger, then that was the model we were looking at. But I think having really thought about it, and now that we're finally here and the camper's off and we have a truck, and I think that with the cargo trailer for extra utilities, it's the extra solar, extra battery. We just don't have enough capacity. The generator's been, that was a last minute thing, kind of hummed and hawed and put the basket. Do we take e-bikes off, and tie them to the front bumper? So we decided to go with the basket and put a generator there, and gas cans, jerry cans, extra food, all the supplies for the generators, oil changes, things like that. That was a good call, because I run the generator 1 to 2 hours every night. There's one day that by sunset, the battery was at 100%, and I only had 1 or 2 computers going. If the computers are down and the sun is full sun, not cloudy, the solar keeps up, and I leave the Starlink on all the time, even all night. It keeps up. But as soon as there's 3 computers, a little bit of cloud, the solar system does not keep up. So I have to run the generator every night to top up the lithium battery to start the night with 100%. And then by morning, it's sitting at about 65, 70%. Run the coffee, then I'm in the 50s, just around 50%. By the time the sun comes up, because I'll start working, start the laptops up and the monitors. So by the time the solar kicks in, it's down at 50%. And, solar really doesn't kick in till about 11 o'clock. So, and so that cargo trailer is really looking like that's the idea. That's to go with. Here we go. How are the water tanks refilled? Okay, so that's just water truck. You just call for a water truck and they come, and they have a pump, and they just pump it in with a hose, and they just fill all the tanks up. And you pay for the whole truck, and the truck is 10,000 liters, and we only have 4,000 liters. So, and that's why I was considering, do I get 2 more tanks? I got the area for 2 more tanks, but I have to go get 30 more blocks and 2 more tanks, and that would be, full disclosure, the 2 tanks were $250. So they're 2,400 pesos divided by 20. So that's $125 per tank. So $250 plus the blocks. So, considering that 250 is a half a tank of gas for the truck, you know. It's really nothing. But it was so expensive in fuel just to get down here, those couple of months of traveling, that I want to start paying back the fuel bill, you know, like paying that back and start saving for the trip back home in the spring. Howdy, howdy, Lily's Lands. Lily, how are you? That is awesome. Nice to see you. So happy that you could make it. So yeah, so now that we're stationary, you know, we're also trying to think where, you know, where we want to put our money. I mean, the money is not unlimited, right? For anybody. So being a little wise. So I think I've made the executive decision, because Tracy's not here, that the 2 tanks that I brought home today, that'll be it. We'll order the truck, and whatever water's left, we could give it to a neighbor. But what I'm thinking of doing is just having him dump on the ground and provide water to the local desert. Maybe we'll get, you know, along the fence line and maybe get a little bit of greening and, you know, leaves popping. I just don't know if that would be detrimental, you know, to the foliage, you know, because it's not their natural winter hibernation. I don't know if I should be watering them in the winter. I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm kind of toying with that one. So if we paid for the water, let's just dump it on the ground for the foliage. Wow, Resident Nomad, hello, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So if you didn't see the pictures from this week and the kind of walkabout and sunset checkout, come back at the end and have a look. There's some fun stuff, some updates about where we're thinking of going with the property, and you know, and make it more about RVing and less about home building, and maybe think more, where can we put a garden in, and how can we do some gardening in the desert, and how we can you know, build up some soil, some raised beds. You know, we have to screen it, keep the animals out. There are rabbits and there are goats, and you know, so it's definitely it's Mexican homesteading. It's a lot of the same challenges but different. The soil is not great here. It's just not. It's sand, you know, and a very coarse sand. So nothing really grows here. So we tried a little area, and we tried peat and potting soil and fertilizer and composting, and so we have started an area. Unfortunately, the area that we picked, if there's ever a house to be built, it'll be built on the garden, so the garden would have to be moved. So all these things that have to be considered before we go too far into kind of in one direction. And the fact that we keep changing our mind, like the plan is changing, we don't want to go too fast in one direction. And because once you cut a tree down, that's it. It doesn't come back. So we're being very careful that way. And we really want to preserve the property in its pristineness as much as possible. Oh, Michael Ann. Hi, Michael Ann. How are you? Welcome. Tracy, I'm flying solo today. Tracy's not here tonight, and you know, we'll just start wrapping things up. Does anybody have any questions? Any other questions? Q. And I still have time for a couple of questions. So yeah, if you're ever thinking of coming down to Baja, best time to get here is December. It's not too hot at that point. You can survive without air conditioning, and you can camp and boondock. So January into February is a little cool at night. You're going to need propane a little bit. It gets down into the 50s, but the days are in the 70s. They can be very high 60s, low 70s in January, February, and then it goes up from there. We are more often than not, we always have a breeze here off the Pacific, as opposed to the other side, the Sierra Cortez side, like Los Barriles. Is a lot warmer. There's wind, but it's warmer. How much solar do you have? How much rain in the desert? Okay, good questions. Sabrina, we have 640 on the roof. we're only getting about 400 this time of year, and I tilted the panels. I can't really tilt them anymore. And the most we've ever got on the panels was 500. Now, we've had a really bad hailstorm a couple of summers ago and hit the panels. And I was sure the panels were going to be shattered by the time this storm had gone. And, well, they were intact, but I'm not sure if that damaged them in somehow. And I'm actually going to start looking into maybe replacing the panels, see if I can get, for the same footprint, if I can get closer to 900 watts on the roof. We have the appropriate charge controller to match that, and we have a 200 amp hour lithium battery, which is all we could get on here because it's a truck camper. We had no place to put more batteries and the whole solar system and keep it all close together. We have a fairly long run, I would say probably 10-12 feet of wire from the solar charge controller to the actual, where all the cables split off between the battery and the inverter charger, and where all the magic happens, and that's typically a run that you want to keep as short as possible because of voltage drops. So I think maybe not next summer, but I think the summer after, there's going to be a time that I want to upgrade this, but I think what I want to do next summer is to go with the cargo trailer and build a whole separate system. Basically, a whole separate system. It would have the same inverter charger, and the whole idea is that there would be a 30 amp service in that off that solar system that we would plug the camper in, so it would have like a second power supply. So we could be plugged into shore, and we could have the camper itself would have its own inverter, and that would make all the difference. I think then we probably wouldn't even have to run generators at that point. Mo Bang, Timmy, welcome. You made it just by the end. Thank you so much for dropping by. There was a lot of great stuff tonight. If you want to come back and watch it on the replay, lots of great news. I'm flying solo tonight. And if you have any quick questions, did I miss anybody's question? If I did, can you just repost it in the chat with the QQQ? And we'll be wrapping things up here. So what do you think? Does it sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. All right. I think that's it. I think that's going to be it. I think so. So what do you think? So listen, let's wrap this up. It's 6 minutes. Usually we go raid Ava. Let me see if I can get on YouTube here and go find the link for Ava. It's kind of tough trying to do it all at once. There she is. I have it. So let me put Ava's link up for Let's Go Raid Ava. After this, comments. Yes, absolutely. Oh, well, that took a while. The dog just drank water and wants to immediately go outside. So I'll tell you what, guys. So it's been another wonderful Friday. Really appreciate for you guys spending Friday night with me. I'm all alone here. This was awesome. I was happy to show you the tour and the plans and what we're thinking. We're going to do it again next week. Tracy's back Sunday. I will go pick up Tracy on Sunday. So we will be back on the property all this week getting things done. And we, would like and hope that everybody has a wonderful Sunday. Don't forget to take some downtime, spend some time with family. Don't forget to appreciate each other, because you just never know what the next day brings. It is so true now, and we have to appreciate that. I'm going to try to add it to the stream. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we will catch you on the next one.